Welcome back to The Average Kitchen. Mark here, coming to you from Canada. We are reviewing today the brand new Ninja BlendBOSS. As you can see, very underwhelming box, very unlike Ninja. Also very underwhelming literature. Normally every Ninja product that I can remember that we've reviewed always has a recipe book, a small book. This has this. And a couple little leaflets, but no recipes whatsoever, so I had to Google them. So I will be referencing my phone to show you and explain to you what we're doing. We're gonna start out with a protein smoothie, which has a cup of milk, a third of a cup of Greek yogurt, 3/4 cup of strawberries, and a banana, and a scoop of protein powder. So me and blenders, especially when it comes to smoothies, don't always get along. I've had problems in the past where they get jammed up. I'm hoping that's not gonna happen here today. Start. Bear with me, let's see. So, as it says here, the fill order, you always start by pouring in your liquid. So that would be our milk. Then it suggests any dry or sticky ingredients like seeds, powders, and nut butters. So that'd be a scoop of protein powder.
Not sponsored by
anybody. I have teenage boys now that are looking to get jacked, so they're into the protein powders. And Jamie also likes to get jacked. Then it says add fresh fruits and or vegetables. So that would be our, no, because at number 5 it says add ice or frozen ingredients. So fresh fruit meaning, okay, so we got our banana. 1 stray strawberry. And if that buries me, then what am I gonna do? 1/3 of a cup Greek yogurt. Lactose free, because I thought, oh, okay, I can try this, and then I forgot that it has milk in it, so I can't try it. Then it says add ice or frozen ingredients. So that's our frozen ingredients. And then finish off with any leafy greens or herbs if you have any. In this recipe we don't, in the next one we will. All right, then we have our lid. I'm gonna fire that on here. Now it also comes with a travel sip lid if you're taking it to go. This did come in a variety of colors. I picked this one just because it's unique and we've never reviewed anything. Watermelon bubble gum. You heard it here first. All right, Smoothie IQ. So far, so good. So Jamie noticed, and it's hard from my vantage point to see, there's 5 lights across the bottom here. Sorry, yeah, 5 lights. And that's like a progress bar to show you where we're at. I'm gonna say that ran for maybe a minute.
Yeah, a minute and a half.
I mean, it looks really good. Do you wanna try the sippy lid, Jamie? Or do you wanna just drink off the side?
Just drink off the side.
Does not want the sippy lid. All right, moment of truth here. I mean, I don't know how it couldn't be good. Bananas and strawberries.
It is smooth, creamy. It is
Like the best smoothie we've ever made here?
consistency-wise, no question about it.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Not a chunk to be found.
Is that a fact? Okay, so we're gonna get this cleaned up and we're gonna move on to a green power smoothie. So stand by. All right, test number 2. 1 cup spinach, 2 cups frozen fruit. So in this case here, it's strawberries, mango, peaches, and pineapple. A small banana, 1/2 cup ice, and 1.5 cups of coconut water. So in following the instructions like we did last time, liquid in first, 1.5 cup coconut water, fresh fruit and vegetables. So that would be our banana. Now, Jamie, are you as optimistic on this one as you were on the last?
I'm very optimistic.
Very optimistic, he says. Yogurt, which we don't have, ice, or frozen ingredients. So that'd be our frozen fruit. So already I see a problem here. Right?
Definitely.
So I don't see how, in any way, shape, or form, we're getting half a cup of ice in here.
Say we skip the ice.
Skip the ice. Spinach. It's about as much as I can get in there. I don't even know if the lid will go on. So the trend continues here with the struggle of making smoothies. The smoothie struggle is real. So is getting this lid on.
Quick work.
Very quick. You got a decibel reader? Now the color. Now Jamie, you got a little guy at home. You've seen this color before. I'll leave it at that. Like I said, the color's not awesome, but Jamie couldn't get over the smoothness of the last one, and I'm gonna say this is chunk free as well. Jamie, give it a try, please.
It's chunk free. I mean, it's very smooth.
Well, let's be honest. The taste is way better than the look.
Yes.
The color is a little off-putting. I'm just going back in my head what would give us a brown color. I don't know where the brown comes from, but anyway, the color's off, but that's just the recipe, but it tastes fantastic and is so smooth. So next we're gonna make a homemade hummus. We've got 1/4 cup lemon juice, a can of chickpeas rinsed and drained. We've got some organic tahini here that we're gonna add, a little bit of cumin, some salt, olive oil, and I believe that's it. Oh, and a nice good sized clove of garlic. So, in following the instructions, liquid first. Try not to spill this 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Better than I thought it was gonna be. Dry sticky ingredients, seeds, powders, nut butters.
Oil.
Oil. Liquid, thank you, Jamie.
Tahini, I'd say.
Okay.
Stickiest substance on the planet.
Yeah. All right, so now we need 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. And Jamie's saying the salt. Just keep me on track here. Yeah, be the garlic and then the chickpeas, I guess, right? Let's see how this is gonna go. Without making a mess. A couple escaped, but overall not bad. All right, we're gonna fire a lid on and fire it up. It's a little bit easier to put this on when it's not jammed all up on the top. Now, do we have a different setting here for this? Because we have pulse, crushed ice, smoothie, and blend. She looks thick. I think that's probably pretty accurate. Wow, it looks great.
Looks exactly like hummus.
It's a little on the lemony side. So what I like about this design compared to some blenders we've done in the past, that blenders have their blade in the bottom of the reservoir, very hard to get all your product out without chewing up your spatula or getting cut. Okay, Jamie, what do you think here?
Fantastic.
So what we've learned in the past with doing some of these reviews is a good way to try to clean your reservoir, especially if you're doing nut butters, peanut butter, that type of stuff, or in this case, hummus, is to put a little bit of warm water and like a drop of soap and then run it through its cycle. We're gonna try that here. It's worked very well for us in the past. As you can see, we got hummus sort of gummed up in our blades, and obviously the reservoir still has leftover hummus that we couldn't get with the spatula. So let's give that a try. All right, so let's fire this on. Hit blend. All right, that was a long cycle, but let's have a look. Okay, let me just dump this out. So compared to where we were to now, obviously still requires some cleaning, but pretty good. So let's get our station cleaned up here and we're gonna give it a try. Moment of truth, got some mini pitas here. Just slightly warm them up in the microwave. Actually more than slightly, they're pretty hot. As far as the recipe goes, I personally think it's a little heavy on the lemon juice. I would dial that back and add a little bit more garlic, but the smoothness and the texture and consistency of it is unbelievable. It's unreal.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. So it was $225 Canadian, ordered from the Ninja site. 1200 watts, 26 ounce capacity in the cup. Jamie noticed after the fact that it did have a fill limit, which we blew out of the water in the second test. Typical average kitchen. Was really impressed with this. Like, we've reviewed BlendTex and Vitamix. We reviewed probably 6 or 7 different Ninja smoothie makers, blenders, or whatever. This is by far, as far as consistency in the smoothie, and in this case the hummus, by far the smoothest, chunk-free, unbelievable texture to the actual finished product. So if you're a fan of this show, you know that we always do a average kitchen score with, we have a scoring matrix of 7 categories. If you're not familiar with them, I'm gonna run through them now. We score everything out of 10 and then get an overall average score. So the price point is really what hurts this product in our minds. We thought it functioned fantastically, but at $225 Canadian, it's pretty steep. So we gave that a 7.2. Functionality, we thought it worked fantastic. It was extremely good. I didn't catch what the decibel reading was. Was it hot? Like
6.
Okay, so like on the higher side, but all blenders are pretty noisy. We gave that a 9.3. Versatility is somewhat subjective. This is not a family blender. This is like a personal smoothie maker. Now, we were able to make hummus, which was fantastic, but I think generally people are gonna be buying this for smoothies. So the size is perfect for an individual, but not great for multiple people, for example. Now, 26 ounce glass, that's pretty big. We gave that an 8.1. The cleaning, as you saw in that demo, add a little bit of soap and water to it, run it through its cycle, pretty good. The cup and the blade assembly and the lid can all go in the dishwasher, top rack. Obviously the motor can't. So cleaning, we gave it an 8.7. Size sort of ties in what I was saying about the versatility, but as far as a personal smoothie maker, it's quite large. So we gave that 8.6. Storage, very compact unit, can tuck away quite easily. We gave it an 8.6 as well. And quality, as we've been seeing over the years of doing many Ninja reviews, good quality. We've never had a problem with any of the functionality, or we had one problem with a blender. Remember, it arrived damaged, and Ninja took care of us, even though we're not affiliated or sponsored by them, but like as a normal customer, they shipped us a new one. So we gave it an 8.9. Average overall score, average kitchen score of 8.5. I thought it was gonna be higher, but the price point hurt us. Let us know in the comments if you think $225 Canadian is a reasonable price for this product. That's our video. Hope you liked it. We'll see you on the next one.